Let's go through text number 9. Esta noche estamos decorando el árbol de Navidad. So tonight we are decorating. Decorar is the verb to decorate. And this means that we're right now in the process of decorating. Estamos decorando el árbol de Navidad, the Christmas tree. Y tenemos prisa por terminarlo. This lo is referring to finishing el árbol, a masculine word. And we're in a hurry is tenemos prisa. Notice the use of the word por here, because this is explaining why we're in a hurry. Tenemos prisa por terminarlo. We're in a hurry because, well, we want to get it done. We want to get it finished. Then we have a trigger for the subjunctive. Antes de que el resto de la familia, the rest of the family. Notice that there's no verb here. It waits until the very end. Now we hit the verb, which goes into the subjunctive. They arrive, or it arrives, because it's la familia. So, antes de que el resto de la familia llegue. Es una sorpresa para ellos. So, a surprise, una sorpresa. In English, we have I like putting decorations up. So, the verb in Spanish is really to put up, which is colocar. So, me gusta colocar las decoraciones. I like to put up the decorations. Pongo cada una con cuidado. So, let's highlight vocabulary here and this verb here as well, to put up, colocar. Now it says pongo cada una. So we're referring to las decoraciones, right? Feminine word. So I put each one, cada una, con cuidado. This is how you would say carefully, with care, con cuidado. Para asegurarme de que el árbol se ve lo mejor posible. In English we have to make sure. And the verb in Spanish is asegurar, but it's used reflexively, asegurarse. So this is literally saying, in order to assure myself that the tree looks as good as possible, lo mejor posible. This is a really nice phrase here for as good as possible, lo mejor, or the best possible, lo mejor posible. And se ve, or se ve, you hear all the time for it looks. It's very useful, that se ve. Let's highlight this as well. Asegurarme de que. Then we have lo mejor posible. Las luces son especialmente importantes. So the lights are especially important. Y trato de no poner una encima de la otra. This is important because we're referring to las luces, right? A feminine word. So I try not to put una, on top of, encima de la otra. Una encima de la otra. Literally, one on top of the other. All feminine. Una, la, because we're referring to las luces. This is why keeping in mind your nouns and whether they're feminine or masculine are very important, because later on, even at the very end of sentences, it matters that you remember what the noun was that you're referring to and whether it's masculine or feminine. Encima, by the way, is not being placed, it doesn't have a masculine or feminine slant. It's always encima, regardless of the noun. Then in the last sentence, we have another example of this. Hay ciertas épocas del año en las que es bueno estar con la familia, y esta es una de ellas. Okay, so there are certain times. Hay ciertas épocas. Épocas would be times or periods of the year del año, and certain would be ciertas, matching with épocas, right, being a feminine word, del año. Now we have in which, en las que. You see again and again the same lessons repeating themselves, which is what I was explaining to you in the introduction. So here we're referring to las épocas, the times, and here we have in which with las in the middle. Es bueno estar con la familia. In English, we'd say it's good to be around. but in Spanish it's easier to simply say it's good to be with familia. Again, using the definite article, la familia. Y esta es una de ellas. Look at this. One of those. So this again is referring back to épocas. So this is one of those, una de ellas, referring to épocas, one of those times. You have to be quite careful in these last two, well, this last half of the sentence here and this one here, because there's a lot of words at the end of the sentence that are referring to nouns that happened up front. Let's try our best to translate this now. So we have, esta noche estamos decorando el árbol de Navidad y tenemos prisa por terminarlo antes de que el resto de la familia llegue. Es una sorpresa para ellos. Me gusta colocar las decoraciones. Pongo cada una con cuidado para asegurarme que el árbol se ve lo mejor posible. Las luces son especialmente importantes y trato de no poner una encima de la otra. Hay ciertas épocas del año en las que es bueno estar con la familia y esta es una de ellas.